pulpits of the Kirtland Temple clearly demonstrate the general level organization of the priesthood offices. The presidents of the Melchizedek priesthood offices occupied pulpits directly below the presidency of the high priesthood, the first presidency. The presidents of the Aaronic priesthood offices were in apartments directly below the presiding bishop of the church. In truth, it would not make sense for temple pulpits to be dedicated for the use of local leaders. On the 4th of July, 1838, the cornerstones of the Far West Temple were laid according to what Joseph Smith called the Order of the Priesthood. Along with the presidents of the stake and the bishop, the presidents of the elders and teachers assisted in laying the cornerstones. The Church has redefined the meaning of quorum, both as a general concept and as it is used organizationally in the Church. According to Handbook 2, a quorum is simply an organizational unit defined by priesthood office. Priesthood quorums can consist of any number of office holders up to a specified limit for each office. But this contradicts the basic meaning of quorum, which is defined by a minimum number, not a maximum limit. A quorum is not a quorum until its specified minimum is met. A group of priesthood holders fewer than the required number for a quorum, whether it be 12, 24, 48, or 96, is no more a quorum than the quorum of the 11 or the quorum of the 69. The Church recognizes this principle with regard to the quorum of the 12. When a member dies or is released, a vacancy is created in the quorum. The Church fills the vacancy as quickly as possible in order to complete the required number of members. The early Church understood quorum as a minimum and not as a maximum. When the Church convened a General Assembly to consider canonization of the Book of Commandments, there was a call to order to determine if the proper number to fill the quorums were in attendance. Full quorums were necessary to conduct business. There were times during conferences when there were insufficient numbers to constitute quorums. This prevented business from being conducted. The Lord made it clear that only decisions made by the entire membership of the governing quorums were valid. In certain circumstances, he allowed a majority to be a quorum. In either case, the quorum numbers were minimums for conducting official business. The Church cites the Instruction on Priesthood, section 107, as the basis for maximum quorum limits. But the Lord did not give the quorum numbers as maximums. He gave the numbers in their classical sense, the minimum required to enact business. In every case, the president over an office is to preside over a specified number of members. When the specified number is present, The president is then commanded to sit in council with the quorum of members. The Lord does not indicate that a quorum can be less than the number specified. Each president is required to preside over the number of office holders designated and no fewer.